Welcome back to Deck Trains. It's week 90. This is a series where we're looking at a different train set from the collection every week. We're going to cross the pond from the USA, where we were last week, to Deutschland and look at the Fleischmann Piccolo N scale, still a small world, versions of many of the HO trains I have. This week we're going to start with a general purpose road switcher, Fleischmann number 7230. It's an 0440 BR212, number 106-9. We're going to pull an assortment of freight wagons, number 8225, a DB BundesPost Alto transporter, a number 9320 DB Fleischmann billboard goods wagon, a number 8205 DB high side open goods wagon, and number 8228 a DRG Schotter or ballast wagon. The Deutsches Bahn's BR212 was an upgrade off the V100 diesel shunter. Much improved, better conditions for the driver, a more powerful shunter. They were built between 1962 and 1963. 381 units were constructed, and their top speed was 100 kilometers per hour, or 62.5 miles an hour. They were withdrawn from mainline service, and by 2004, many remain in private and museum ownership. That's preservation for us. This scale unit runs at 47.16 kilometers per hour, almost 30 miles an hour, at 50% power. Part 2 just proves that two scales are better than one. Part 2 is HO scale of the N scale. So we're still going to see Fleischmann product. The locomotive is going to be a number 4230 DB BR V100 218-1. It's going to be pulling a number 5827 DB BundesPost Auto Wagon, a DB Fleischmann billboard goods wagon, a DB high side open goods wagon, and a DB ballast or Talbot wagon. Sounds a lot like Part 1. And yes, you are starting to see a theme for the next couple of weeks. My N-scale train sets from Germany are basically a duplication of what I have collected in the HO scale. There'll be some minor variations, but they'll be pretty close. Our part 3 is going to be pretty quick. We're going to go back to the N scale and the Era 5 BR212. It's going to pull number 8243, a Coca-Cola container wagon, and number 8285, an auto transporter in Era 5 version without a load. Why no load, you ask? Well, funny you should ask. My favorite nephew, who's an N-scale enthusiast, has become the lucky recipient of the automobiles that filled this Alto transporter. Next week we're going to expand it with a little bit of duplication from the first week because we've acquired so much stock over the years. So it'll be another Class 212 and some freight stock. And thank you very much for watching this week. I do hope you'll tune in next week for another 2 scales are better than 1.